NVIDIA Corporation General Overview and Trend. NVIDIA Corporation has shown considerable volatility over the past 3 months, trading in a range between approximately 140 and 184. The stock reached its peak in late July at around 184, then experienced some pullback in August. The overall trend has been somewhat sideways with bullish tendencies, though not as strong as some other stocks in this analysis. The stock has maintained a generally upward trajectory over the period, but with periods of consolidation and profit-taking price and volume. The price action shows NVIDIA trading in a relatively defined range, with support around 165 to 170 and resistance around 180 to 184. Volume has been consistently high throughout the period, reflecting strong investor interest in the stock. The most recent trading day, September 10th, showed the stock closing at 177.33 with volume of 226852020, indicating continued strong participation. The volume patterns suggest sustained institutional interest throughout the period, with no significant distribution events. Moving averages EMA and SMA. The moving averages show a mixed picture. The 5-day SMA is at 171,016, while the 5-day EMA is at 172.7042, suggesting slight upward momentum in the short term. The 10-day SMA is at 173,243, and the 10-day EMA is at 173.2887. The 200-day SMA is at 139.6561, and the 200-day EMA is at 140.1934, indicating the stock is trading well above its long-term averages, which is generally bullish. The alignment of the moving averages suggests a consolidation phase within a longer-term uptrend. Technical indicators. The stock is trading above its key moving averages, which is a positive sign. However, the recent price action suggests some consolidation. The VWAP is at 134.5321, significantly below the current price, indicating that the stock has been in an uptrend over the period analyzed. The technical indicators collectively suggest a stock in consolidation mode within a longer-term bullish trend, with no immediate signs of a trend reversal. Linear regression. The linear regression trend line shows a moderate upward slope over the 3-month period, indicating a general bullish trend, though not as steep as some other stocks in this analysis. The regression line suggests steady growth over time with periods of volatility above and below the trend, which is typical for a growth stock in a consolidating phase. Opening price prediction for the next trading day. Given the recent consolidation and the slight upward momentum, the opening price for the next trading day is likely to be around 176 to 178, potentially continuing the modest upward trend. The prediction is based on the current price action, which suggests a gradual upward bias despite the consolidation resistance and support analysis. The nearest resistance level would be the recent high around 184. Support levels are likely to be found at the 50-day SMA around 173.23 and the 100-day SMA around 151.93. The current price of 177.33 is in the middle of these levels, suggesting room for movement in either direction. The distance to resistance is approximately 3.8%, while the distance to the nearest significant support is around 2.3%, indicating a relatively balanced risk-reward ratio in the short term. Intraday ATR14 values and potential high and low values. Based on recent volatility, the stock could potentially move 2 to 4% in either direction during intraday trading. This would suggest a potential high of around 180 to 184 and a potential low of around 170 to 173 for the next trading day. The moderate volatility suggests that while significant price movements are possible, they are likely to be less extreme than some of the other stocks in this analysis. Possible scenarios. Bullish scenario. The stock breaks above the recent high around 184 and continues its upward trend, potentially reaching 190 to 200 as new buyers enter the market. Neutral scenario. The stock continues to consolidate in the current range, with limited movement in either direction as the market awaits a catalyst. Bearish scenario: the stock breaks below the 50-day SMA around 173 and potentially tests lower support levels around 160 to 165 as profit-taking accelerates. Conclusion: NVIDIA Corporation has shown a generally positive trend over the past 3 months, though with some volatility and consolidation. The stock is trading above its key moving averages, which is a positive sign. However, the recent price action suggests some indecision in the market. Investors should watch for a breakout above the recent highs or a breakdown below key support levels to determine the next major move. Overall, the stock appears to be in a consolidation phase within a longer-term uptrend, which could be a healthy pause before the next leg up.